up, humans, and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, grab a snack, hit subscribe because we hang out every Monday and Friday. So today's video is gonna be, I guess it's a story time. Yeah, it's a story time. So today's video is gonna be about one of the most embarrassing performances I have ever done on stage in my entire life. Ugh, this is a bad one. So for those of you who don't know, I am a musician. I don't really post a lot of covers anymore or any of my music anymore on YouTube. I'm thinking about doing it again, so let me know in the comments if you want to see more covers, and if you do, let me know what cover you want to see, because I don't mind picking that up again. Anyways, that's beside the fact. If you've been following me for, I don't know, I'd say about a year now, or if you've watched my previous videos, you may know that I've been struggling to get my driver's license because of all the hoops and obstacles and money that it's taking me to fucking be able to finally drive. I'm gonna link the two videos in the description so you guys have kind of an understanding what I'm talking about. But anyways, it's a very costly expense for me because I use a wheelchair and it's fucking ridiculous. Ugh. Don't get me started on that one. And so my friend thought, hey, you're a musician, we're in a program filled with musicians, why don't we just put on like a benefit show for you and all the proceeds could go towards finally getting you your driver's license. And I thought that was a great idea. She actually pretty much put the whole thing together herself. God bless her, because I wouldn't have been able to do it. So we had several people from our program and outside of our program perform at this like venue slash coffee shop in Ottawa. And it went really well. Like, we raised a lot of money and the performers were great. I was completely blown away by them. Until my performance. This show was meant to support me, and so obviously I was going to perform, and I decided to perform at the very end so I could thank everybody at the end of the whole show. So the night was going on, we had several acts go up and perform, they were doing great, and I had a drink. I mean, really, what's new, right? See, the thing about me is that I never really prepare for these kind of shows. I just kind of go up there and wing it. I usually just do covers that I'm comfortable with and that I know very well. But because I was in school, I wasn't really practicing any of the songs because I was so focused and so busy with school. I decided to just like print off a bunch of guitar tabs and lyrics, and I would just bring them up with me and use it as a guide if I needed it. So it was inching closer to when I was supposed to perform. For those of you who are unaware, I suffer from chronic pain for a bunch of reasons. And usually if I'm sitting up for a long period of time, especially as like the night goes on, I become very uncomfortable and I usually need to take some pain medication. The thing is, I didn't think beforehand my medication is a narcotic, and I was drinking, I think it was like a whiskey sour, and it tells you right on the bottle, do not mix with alcohol. But silly me, I wasn't really thinking about that. So I took my pain medication. I'm pretty sure I chased it with the alcohol, not really putting two and two together. And as the night progressed, I started feeling the side effects of both the alcohol, my medication, and the combination of them both. So I was getting really groggy, really foggy, and I was kind of just completely out of it. And then all of a sudden, they call me up. Everyone's clapping, they're all excited because, like I said, this whole event was to support me. I go up on stage thinking, I got this. I've performed drunk many a time. So I get up on stage and I am literally fumbling through sheets of paper. Some of them fall on the ground and then I can't pick them up because I can't bend. I'm dropping shit. I am banging my guitar against my wheelchair because I'm completely uncoordinated at this point. Finally, I get situated. I have my guitar. My friend is doing the sound, and so we're doing a little bit of a sound check. And then it was my time to shine. Right. The thing is, what made it worse is that nobody really knew that I mixed the two together. They just thought, wow, Sarah, today is really not your fucking night. And so I started to perform the first song. I don't know how to explain this, but I don't think I was in key at all during that song. Not only was I not hitting any of the notes, but I wasn't even singing the proper lyrics to the song that was right fucking in front of me. Good job, Sarah. Fucking A+ gold star for you. My vision was so blurry from, I don't know, the drugs and fucking alcohol that I just consumed. I scrapped that song halfway through. I just completely stopped and I choose another song. I get through literally 2 fucking verses and then, hey look, I stop again because I forget the entire song. This was the only song that I didn't have a piece of sheet music with me, and so I was all on my fucking lonesome. So then I go to another song, try to play that song too. Completely forget literally all the chords, what fret I need to put the capo on, what key, everything about this song that I actually have a cover of on YouTube. I'll link that in the description below as well. Yeah, completely fucked it up. Now, I'm looking at everyone in the audience, and I know what's going through their head. Like, they're all really probably feeling the fucking cringe, because, you know, it's like, it's almost more embarrassing for the people watching someone be a train wreck in front of them than it is for the actual fucking person. And so people are cheering me on. Like, they really want to see me do well, because half of the people have seen me perform before, so they know that I'm fucking capable of at least spewing some kind of on-key music. But that never happened. I never spewed any kind of on-key music. To the point where I stopped mid-lyric, smiled, laughed a little bit, and said, "Alright guys, thanks for coming. That's my set." And then I look at my friend who's doing the sound, who's looking at me, and then I look back at the audience and they're giggling, thinking that it's a fucking joke. But no, I was completely fucking serious. Like, no, this is it. I can't go on anymore. This is a train wreck that I do not want to continue. I remember pausing, looking at them again and saying, "No, really, like, this is it. This is the end. Okay, have a good night. Bye. Thank you for coming." It was so bad. I think what made it worse was that it was actually just for me. This was to help me. And I, for the fucking life of me, couldn't put any fucking chords together, any melodies together, any fucking lyrics together to make any kind of sound. I'm so glad that there's no videotape of it. Actually, no, there is. Fuck, I think my boyfriend has a clip of it. Okay, if he does, I'm gonna insert it. But if not, I apologize. Just picture me making the biggest fucking fool of myself. And so people finally kind of like understood what was going on, and they're like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, good job, great set. Not to mention I was the last performer, but before me were just amazing musicians, like amazing musicians. And so it just made me look that much worse. But at the end of the day, people said I had a good set. I know they lied to me, but you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate the lie, because I felt really shitty about myself. And I didn't want to be like, "Oh yeah guys, by the way, the reason why I'm singing like shit right now is because I'm fucking stoned and I'm drunk, and oops." Anyways, we ended up raising like, I think it was like $300. It was a lot of fucking money, and I was so fucking appreciative. They were the reason, that and my GoFundMe account, which I will link in the description below, is the reason why I'm finally fucking able to at least get started with the process of getting my driver's license. And it was so embarrassing because my professors were here. The professors who teach music industry arts, the professors who are musicians themselves and who are featured on hundreds of records and are professional audio engineers themselves and have gone on tour with giant musicians, and here I was just making a fucking fool of myself on stage. Anyways, that's enough embarrassing stories for today. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. And question of the day, do you guys have any embarrassing performance stories, or even like presenting stories? Like if you're presenting like for a school project or something. Or if you don't have any stories like that, have you ever been a witness to someone fumbling as a performer or presenting? I would like to hear your stories. And as always, your comments will be featured in our next video. And I'd like to mention, guys, our 1,000 subscriber video will be a Q&A with me. So if you have any questions, either about me personally, or if you have any questions you think I would be able to answer, let me know in the comment section below or tweet it at me. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, I would love to see your faces next time. Bye! Do you got any sperm? Yeah, I asked this man who was flirting with my mom if he got any sperm.